Hey, and welcome to the first video of Radio Jingles 24. I'm Paul Blundell, and I'm just going to quickly talk through one of our voice jingles that we've done for a client. I'm not going to be looking at the screen so much now because I have loaded this up, which is Adobe Audition. This is the piece of software that I work with. And if we take a listen to this, you can hear what I've recorded. Okay, radio, live from the city with the best music mix. Okay, and you can see there's a little bit of noise there. There's more noise because I've got the fan on. So if I switch the fan off, it gets warm in here. So here's how I do it. All right, I don't use a noise gate or anything like that. But what I will do is I'll just use the built-in Adobe Audition noise reduction process. And if you've got a quiet noise floor anyway, which I think I have, I mean the door's open here into the booth at the minute, so it's a little bit noisier than normal. But if you've got a quiet space, you can use this. If you've got a very noisy space, it doesn't work very well. And the reason why is it effectively will act as a gate, so it will listen to a proportion of quiet audio, which is what I'm about to do now, and it will take that as the noise floor, and anything that's below up to that level it'll just cut out. So if you've got, I mean this is a very simple way of doing it, it's probably much more technical ways. So if you've got really noisy piece of audio, then if you use the noise reduction process, it'll make everything sound awful pretty much. So capture noise point. But when you've got a quiet space, it works pretty well. And once I've done that, I'll then just simply go to noise reduction process, and it'll build the profile for me. All I need to do is apply, and then that's quiet. So if we listen again, you'll hear that it's quite quiet. Okay, radio, live from the city with the best music mix. Okay, and what I'd do next is sort of zoom in, and I'm pretty clicky this morning. I haven't drank enough water. Should drink water. I haven't, so I'm a bit clicky. So if we zoom right in, we can sort of see a bit of a click there. With the best, you can hear it as well. Just that little bit there is pretty annoying. Ooh, horrible. So we just edit little bits like that out, and once we've pretty much got what we want, we can top and tail it, just like this, and then we've got a reasonable completed piece of audio. Now there are other things that you can do to it, and because you wouldn't want to just leave it like this, so you'd want to apply a little bit of compression. You always want to apply compression to a vocal recording. Now you only want a little smidge of compression, really. You don't want too much, because if you have too much you get that horrible pumping sound and it doesn't sound very good. So you just want to add a little bit of compression. And the way we do that is we go into amplitude and compression, and then we go to dynamics processing. Okay, and we click that, and it'll bring up this here. Now it might look awful, it might look difficult to use, but it really isn't. The simplest way that I find to get compression to work is simply to look at the waveform and look at where the average roughly is. So the peaks and troughs, as we can see, where's the average? Well, the average is probably maybe about, let's say it's about minus 12 dB. So we want to set this so that the threshold is at about minus 12 dB, which is so we'll say it's around about there. And then the ratio we want at about 2:1. Now you can play around with this to your heart's content. As a general rule of thumb, that's what I do. We apply that, and it's not really done much because there wasn't particularly large peaks and troughs in this audio file. But I've done that, and then we need to go to normalize, and I normalize to minus 0.1, and apply that, and it just brings it all up a little bit. Okay, radio, live from the city with the best music mix. Okay, radio. So there we go. That is how I would tidy up a piece of audio, apply a little bit of compression, a bit of normalization, remove any noise artifacts, and you've got a nice dry piece of audio there ready for production. Now I'm going to do another video where I run through some of the additional presets that I use on voice, because there's loads of stuff you can do. So you can make your voice, you can use EQ, make your voice sound, maybe emphasize the top end a bit, bring out the bass, all sorts of things like that. So there are other things I do, and I set favorites as well to make it really, really, really easy to do. So I'm going to upload a few more videos that talk about how I do that. Also, I will then turn this into a produced jingle, and to do that, I use the multitrack editor, and I'll do a video about what I do, how I select the music, how I arrange everything, what I do about, in terms of mastering that when I've done it, and all that sort of stuff as well. So I'm going to do some videos on that. In the meantime, if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe. Leave some comments for me. If you want to check out the website, it's radiojingles24.com. I can provide you with jingles. You can have me voice them. You might listen to this and go, hey, I do not want that guy voicing my jingles. I've got, there's a lady who does some voiceover work on there as well. And there's a gentleman from the States as well. So if you want the American voice, he's on there as well. We also do sung jingles, and I think we're probably one of the cheapest on the market for those as well. So if you want those doing, start at a £5 really, you can't go wrong. Visit the website radiojingles24.com. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you later.